by Malkin's moments. I got two specific Malkin's moments that I have to touch on. So the first, just the aforementioned Carlos Alcaraz winning the Madrid Open. He became the youngest winner in Madrid, and as I mentioned, the second youngest to win 2 Masters 1000 trophies since Rafael Nadal did it in 2005. In 2005. He won Monte Carlo and the Rome titles in 2005. Did Rafael Nadal as an 18-year-old. Now, again, Alcaraz is 19, but Alcaraz had become the youngest player to enter the top 10 rankings since, again, Nadal did it in 2005. What do those two guys have in common? Well, really, beyond the fact that they're both Spaniards, not a whole lot, but you could say that that's kind of a funny coincidence and a small coincidence that they do share that in common. Not to mention, for Alcaraz, it was his 7th consecutive, 7th straight win over a top 10 player. 7 straight wins over a top 10 player. So you can't call that a fluke. I mean, you can't call that a fluke at all. And he's got the most wins on the tour this year. It was his tour leading 4th title of the year. He's got the most wins on the season with 28, one more than Tsitsipas. And again, he had already won his first Masters 1000 tournament. He won the Miami Open earlier this year. His only real losses, well, I'll touch on that in a second. He actually also won Rio de Janeiro, the tournament in Barcelona. His first career win came at Umag last year. But the only 3 losses that he's had this season, because he's only had 3 losses, 28-3 has been his record. And it's come against Sebastian Korda in Monte Carlo. Sebastian Korda, an up-and-coming American player. He's got a bright future for the American tennis and on the tour. Lost to Nadal at Indian Wells and lost to Berrettini at the Australian Open. So there's really no shame in that. But shout out again to Alcaraz, major props to him. And finally, so the Dallas Mavericks beat the Phoenix Suns yesterday afternoon, 111-101 in Game 4 to tie the series 2-2. And Dorian Finney-Smith, the wing for the Mavericks, dropped a playoff career high 24 points on 8 for 12 shooting from the 3-point line, 8 for 13 overall. He had 8 rebounds and an assist. And again, when he is stretching the floor like that for Dallas, this is a completely different team. There is no Tim Hardaway Jr. People forget the Mavericks are playing this series without Tim Hardaway Jr., and so other guys are being forced to step up. Dorian Finney-Smith has to be one of those guys. He's the kind of elite 2-way player now for the Mavericks on this team, just signed a contract midway through the season, an extension. And if he continues to shoot it, not 8 for 12, but if he's hitting 4, 5, 6 3-pointers in these games for the Mavericks, that's going to be a tall task for the Phoenix Suns. And so I'm pleased to see that he continues to evolve into his own. Again, he can be a game changer for the Mavericks to support Luka. But shout out to Dorian Finney-Smith. Great performance for him. All right, that's all the time that I got for today, finishing a little bit early. Thank you so much for joining me right here on Morning Joe every single Monday and Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 to 11 Central, and 8 to 9 a.m. Pacific. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube page, Morning Joe, J-O, with Jonah Malkin. Follow me on Twitter at Jonah_Malkin or at Morning_Joe_JMalkin97 on Instagram, and Jonah Malkin on TikTok. Thank you so much, and as always, have a lovely rest of your morning.